Hello, guys. Welcome to another session. So, here in this session, we'll be focusing on something that every UPSC aspirant experience at the final stage, that's the during interview stage, that's stress and anxiety. See, stress and anxiety will be there during prelims also. It will be there definitely in mains also. And I know many of you might have taken sleeping pills also to sleep before the exam. But when it comes to interview, that's entirely different because after all, you came so far and this is the final stage and the most important stage, and it's the make or break level. And this is where you need to prove your best, you need to give your best. And it is there is a possibility that if you give the next prelims, you may clear or not. No one know, because nowadays if you look at the prelims, it's like a random independent event. The probability is like very difficult also, right? So no one can guarantee that you clear prelims. So this interview, if you have reached so far, then it is your duty, your responsibility that you have to make it at any cost. So feeling, this tension and this nervousness and, anxiety, all these are completely normal. But managing the stress, that's the key to performing your best. So when you're calm and composed, then only you will be able to think clearly, you will be able to think with clarity, critically, and respond confidently. Otherwise, it will be very difficult because they are looking for thoughtful answers from you, the answer which is coming out after thought. And if you are calm and composed, then only you will be able to give such kind of answers. And one of the quality that actually they check will be your calmness under such kind of tensed situation also, right? That's why they are giving you a situational question. But even before getting situational question, when you are already tensed and anxious, then how you're going to solve that kind of question? So this, if you are calm and composed, and if you can handle it nicely, that will leave a positive impression on the panel. See, guys, I have been in your shoes three times, not only once. And I remember feeling, those pre-interview jitters myself. But over a period of time, I learned how to manage that anxiety, and I'm here to share those strategies with you. I am fortunate, and I was blessed at that time with one of my mentor. He always talked to me every evening. Even he used to talk to me. He even come along with me, during my interview. Okay, so in fact, if you have a mentor, if it could be your brother, it could be a cousin, it could be any relative or from your family, or any other mentor, your trainer, your coach, anyone who can support you, who can continuously talk to you at least once in a week, during this process, once in a week, or once in 2 days, or once in every night. These will actually help you to come out of this anxiety and to give you confidence. That's very important. You should have that confidence. And this is a stage that you need to perform. Don't, make tensions and everything guide your, waste your the best time. Okay. You need to prove your best in front of the board. And is what we need to do. So, guys, to manage stress effectively, what you need first, you need to understand where it's coming from, right? So, there are several common reasons why you feel stressed during the interview. It could be high stakes, or fear of failure, or maybe pressure to impress, right? You are at extreme pressure. So, see, this is a final stage of the exam, and many candidates feel that everything they have worked for, years have comes down to these 30-40 minutes. The weight of that pressure can be overwhelming, and that's the tension. So you might have put many some of you might be coming with the seventh attempt or sixth attempt or maybe even fourth attempt. You have worked so far, sacrificing so much of things, might have cleared prelims 2 3 times, might have cleared mains again. So this is some of you might not have cleared prelims in 5 attempts, and in the next attempt, sixth attempt, last attempt, cleared the prelims and mains, and now coming to interview. So the pressure will be very high, that you need to perform, and you have to perform. There is no other way, and you have to deliver your best in front of the board. So that's one of the reason for the pressure. And then fear of failure. So the fear, of making mistakes or not being able to answer questions can cause a lot of anxiety. Candidates often worry about being judged harshly by the panel. Now, I'll be discussing different things, what they are looking for and everything in the coming session. So here I'll focus on this part. So this is where preparation matters. You should know what they're going to ask. Even if you don't know an answer, you should be answering in such a way, you are replying in such a way with a quality that they are looking for. So the moment you are saying that I don't know the answer, if you don't know the answer, you will have to tell in such a way that that also should reveal a quality that they are looking for. Okay, so we will be discussing all those and the strategies and everything in the coming sessions, or in the previous session also we have discussed already. Next is a pressure to impress. See, there is a strong desire to make a good impression on the interview panel, and this pressure again can lead to nervousness. You don't want to impress anyone, but you can make them feel that you are a potential candidate. You have the qualities of a civil servant. That's exactly what they're looking for. They're not looking for an answer. This is what I always tell you. And you know, this is what they're looking for. There are certain qualities. They're looking for leadership. They're looking for, a team management, right? Or are you a person who's capable of working in a team? Or do you have that ability to be calm under pressure? So if you're already tensed and anxious, then how you are going to prove them that when they are giving you a crisis situation, how you're going to prove them that you are a person who can stay calm under pressure? It won't be possible, but that's one of the quality that they're looking for. So understand that, and then no need to have such kind of anxiety. See, understanding the sources of stress is the first step towards managing them. So I hope this is very clear. See, when I prepared for my interviews, I realized that much of my anxiety comes from the fear of the unknown. So I don't know things, and what if I couldn't answer a question? But once I accepted that it's okay not to know everything and focused on staying calm, the confidence actually improved. That's where the role of my mentor. They are not looking for answer from you. They are looking for certain qualities from you to take you as a future civil servant. Knowledge you can gain again. Knowledge is already tested also. So don't think or worry about that you cannot answer question. I have one of my friend who couldn't answer 8 questions straight away. He got 190 mark. He answered the ninth question. 8 questions in a row he couldn't answer. He kept on saying, no, sir, no, sir, I don't know, sir, I don't know, sir. But still he got 190. So think about it. It's not all about knowledge. It's about your ability to stay calm under pressure. It's about your confidence. Okay, so they are looking for certain qualities. That's what we need to. So in the sessions, what I'm focusing on is those qualities need to be there. But again, some, what all things you can do. You can do breathing exercise. You can go for visualization, positive self-talk, grounding techniques, and all these things you can do. You might have read somewhere, right? Like you can visualize many times before getting into the interview board that you are with them, and all those things that will reduce the tension or the anxiety. Breathing exercise means deep breathing is one of the simplest and the most effective way to calm your nerves. So when you feel stressed, your breathing becomes shallow, which again increase anxiety. So what you can do is you can practice deep breathing exercise. Inhale slowly for like 4 or 5 counts, and hold for 4 or 5 counts, and exhale for 4 counts. So this techniques actually slows your heart rate and helps you to relax. So that is something which you can use, right? Whenever you are under pressure, under stress, this is something which is normal thing that you can use, because you need to come back to that normal, right? Again, before interview, take few moments to visualize yourself entering the room confidently, answering questions calmly, and leaving with a sense of accomplishment. Visualize this. Visualization is very powerful. Visualization is a powerful tool that can help you to reduce anxiety and boost your confidence. So visualize that you are well dressed and you're entering in front of the board. You're wishing them, and they are asking you to sit, and they are asking you questions which you already know, which you have already prepared, and you have given a very well thought answers that they are looking for, and they have appreciated that. And you feel you leave the board with the sense of accomplishment. Visualize this. Automatically that give you confidence. Then positive self-talk. Replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations. So instead of thinking, what if I make a mistake? Remind yourself, I have prepared well and I'm ready for this. So see guys, when you are with me, you are giving 5 1-to-1 sessions, or whatever 1-to-1 sessions that you're looking for. At least 5 you will get. So here we have the discussions and everything, and you have prepared yourself. We are making sure that you have prepared everything which they can ask you from your DAF. Otherwise also from current affairs. So what more? So you are prepared well, prepared well. So this is what should come to your mind. This positive of, I have prepared well. What is there to lose? I know what they're looking for from an interview candidate, and I know how to present myself. right? So positive self-talk can shift your mindset, and that will reduce a feeling of self-doubt. You should never have that self-doubt. Very, very important. And this grounding technique that will help you to stay present and focused during interview. One simple method is this 5 4 3 2 1 technique. You might have read this. Identify 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. So this exercise, there's an exercise which is given to many, even the players also, to get bring your focus back to the present moment, reducing anxiety. So when these are given to the players also. Okay, so before my interviews, in fact, I practice breathing and visualization. See, this is something that everyone do. Visualization is a very powerful tool. So you can picture yourself walking into the room confidently and having a smooth conversation with the panel. So it helped you to calm your nerves and mentally prepare you for the interview. So if you have that visualization, right, if you have done that, that is going to mentally take you to that level and give you that confidence. Trust me. Okay, now, guys, even with preparation, it's very natural to feel some stress during the interview. But how you manage that stress in that moment, that can make big difference. So what you can do for that, you need to handle difficult or unexpected. How can you handle the difficult? You may get difficult questions, you may get unexpected questions. Howsoever preparation we have done, random questions can come, right? It's very common to encounter a question you're not expecting or you don't know how to answer immediately. So the key is not to be panic. Take a brief pause to collect your thoughts before responding. So you can take a pause, right? The panel doesn't expect you to answer instantly. In fact, I tell you, they appreciate thoughtful answers. So if you need a moment, that's better. It's okay to say that. Let me think about that for a second. You can directly tell them, "Let me think about it for a second, sir." Then that will convey a message that you are not someone who's rushing into something. You are someone who's always thoughtful, taking time to analyze. This is not in a crisis situation. There you need to take decision, but depends on the question that you can tell. If you get an unexpected question, this is what you can. Let me take a moment for think. Let me think about it for a second. That then you get time. You don't want to sit silent. You can just tell that. Then you get time. You're asking for time. They'll definitely give time. When you're asking for time, that again shows some kind of quality, right? That you are a thoughtful person. You're not someone who's rushing into something even without knowing anything. And you're not sitting simply silent also. You have taken the permission and you're doing it, right? You're saying that, let me think about it for a second. So definitely, do you think that they will tell no? No, you can't think. No, you can't take time. No, they'll give enough and more time then. Rather than sitting silent, that's the best way to get time. In fact, that conveys message also. Okay. So again, when you feel overwhelmed by a question, you take a breath and pause. Always you can take a pause. So this will allow you to regain composure and structure your response properly. The panel will definitely appreciate that you are thinking carefully rather than rushing into an answer. So this is some even if you know an answer, at times you may need to show that you are thinking and answering. This I'll teach you when we discuss the structure and when we discuss certain other strategies, the psychological aspect, right? You need to prove that quality also. There may be situation, even if you know the answer, sometimes you need to tell that you don't know to show some other quality. These are strategies, okay? These are psychological strategies. Again, now let's, so we were talking about handling questions. Okay, so again, if you don't know the answer to a question, simple, stay calm. It's perfectly fine to admit that you're unsure, you don't know. A good way to respond is to say, I'm not fully aware of the latest update on this topic, but I'll look into it. So what you're saying, you don't know this, and you're saying that, sir, I'm not fully aware of the latest update on this topic, but definitely I'll look into it. So what does this shows? It shows that you're honest and you're willing to learn. So two qualities. So that's what I told you. Whenever you say something to the board, it is not an answer. Here you are not giving an answer, right? But even then you're showing two qualities, that you are honest, that you accepted that you don't know. At the same time, you're a person who's willing to learn. So both of which are qualities that the panel values. and they're looking for as a future civil servant. So what do you think? If you are in the panel, then will you be accepting or appreciating this or not? Definitely. So it's not about answering question. Even if the question is from hobby, you will be connecting it with the qualities that can help you as a civil servant. I always talk about this, right? I give cricket as my hobby. So you talk about leadership, you talk about team building, you talk about, people from different background coming together, district coming together, community coming together, and working for a collective goal, which is again same in case of public service also. Right. So again, ability to calm under pressure. All these are the qualities that you get from cricket, and that is directly applicable in civil service. Rather than talking about cricket as a leisure activity, you will be showing like this. So every answer that you're giving should prove that you have that quality to become a civil servant. In one of my interview, I was asked a question about, English economic policy. And that I hadn't prepared for. And instead of panicking, I said the same thing. I was told this, you need to do this. See, you can take a pause, you can gather your thoughts and admit that, I don't have the full information on that particular policy. So, see, I understood its broader implication and, offered my perspective there. But I exactly don't know what that policy is all about. So, again, of course, the panel will appreciate. So, see, when you are preparing for it, you are fully aware about the current affair. You are fully aware about, DAF and everything. So any question that they ask you, see broader implications and everything, at least implications you will be knowing. If you may not know exactly what they asked, if it is about a fact, that you can tell, and you don't know about the latest development, they will appreciate that. And staying calm, that's what required. That will allow you to handle the rest of your interview smoothly. If you get stuck, then it's finished. And that's not what you are there for. You have to prove something, right? So one of the best way to manage stress is to build confidence through preparation. Mock interview, one-to-one sessions with your mentor. That's what ultimately matters. Keep preparing, sit in front of the mirror, keep recording videos yourself, keep watching it and understand, how you are responding, your eye movement, your hand movement and everything. Right? You're less likely to get overwhelmed by anxiety if you're prepared well. When you feel prepared, you get that confidence. So what you can do, mock interviews, stay updated on current affairs, prepare DAF-based questions clearly. So take maximum mock interviews, right? That's the most valuable tools. They help you to get used to the interview environment. But when you take mock interview, take it that seriously. Then you get that visualization also. Go with proper dress, the same dress code that you are planning, right? The suit and everything with tie. So you go and correct your body language, take their feedbacks and implement it. Keep refining yourself, right? Get the feedback. So you practice more. See, practice makes perfect. So can you take at least 20 interviews, mock interviews? Yes, you can. What's the problem in that? Can you take some one-to-one sessions with me or with your other mentors or your coaches, right? So prepare your optional very well, prepare your DAF very well, right? Thoroughly if you're preparing questions from DAF, because that's the starting point. That make you confident, right? If you're preparing DAF very well, that's where the starting point of the interview lies, 99% of time. So I, again, did a lot of mock interviews at that point of time, not for my first interview. Second interview, I did a lot of mocks. And third interview also, I did a lot of mocks. Right. Okay. So I find it very helpful because, but these days, I think they record the videos and everything and they show you and they'll explain with the help of videos, right? And they'll be giving it to you also. You have all the possibilities, but 10, 11 years back, it was not there. So you will feel ready after you completing, let's say, at least 10 mock interviews. Okay. So at least 10 mock interviews you need to do. Sit with your mentors. That's again very important. Okay, so guys, one example if I want to give, I still remember during my second interview. In fact, in that interview, only I got maximum mark 198. Third interview where I got selected, I actually got less, 180 only. But again, it is relative, right? So there is no issue with that. Anyway, in my second interview, there was a moment when I started feeling very anxious because I was asked a particularly tricky question about international relation, and it was a topic that I haven't anticipated, though I know because you will have a broad idea as you're preparing for mains. So the recent developments, and for a brief moment, I felt my nerves kicking in because I was not that great in international relation at that point of time. But if you see the videos now that I'm doing in ZIS, it's mostly international relation is what I'm doing. So, see, instead of panicking, I took a deep breath, as I told you, and I gave myself a second to think. I asked them, can I take a moment to think? And I used that pause to structure my thoughts. And I then gave a balanced response that focused on the broader context of India's foreign policy. So, you know about India's foreign policy, you know about India's foreign policy with that country and everything. So, broader idea you have, right? So that moment taught me the value of staying calm and composed, because after that I was able to answer questions very calmly, very confidently, and I got easiest questions and I was able to impress the board also, and that's the interview where I got good mark. So even when you feel pressure, even when you feel anxious, try to get that back. Okay, so use simple techniques like pausing, taking breath, long breathe. You'll be able to manage your stress and deliver thoughtful answers. So ultimately, it's all about giving thoughtful answer. Only if you're calm and composed and confident, you'll be able to do that. Remember that that's your day. You need to give the best. You cannot take an excuse on that day. Some of you might be taking I take Red Bull before going to the interview. Actually, I feel that it gives me confidence, and then after that, it I feel good. So, in conclusion, what I want to tell you is, see, managing stress and anxiety during UPSC interviews all about your preparation, your mindset. Mindset is what matters, and using practical techniques, which I have discussed. You can use that. See, everyone use that before the chess game. You use that. You people have mental coach also, right? Why you need to have a mental coach, someone who need to coach you during this stage to reduce anxiety, because that give you confidence, that give you extra 20 mark. You keep a coach also for only for that purpose, to keep you calm from the pressure. So by understanding the sources of stress and practicing what I've told you, deep breathing you can do, visualization, positive self-talk, you'll better equip with or to stay calm and composed during the interview. Building confidence through preparation, especially mock interview, will help you to feel more confident and controlled. So remember, it's okay to feel nervous, but how you manage that anxiety, that can make all the difference. So it's ultimately your day, and you have to stay positive and you have to crack it. There is no other option in front of you. So don't take a chance. Okay? You cannot afford to take a chance because you don't know whether you will clear the next prelims. Forget about mains and interview. You are not sure about the next prelim. How many of you are sure about the next prelims? You tell me. You're not, right? So how can you take chance? How can these tension and anxiety should affect your interview? Cannot. Okay, so that's about this session, guys. Thank you so much. If you're looking for any mentorship program, get in touch with me directly. Give you the details in the description. See you in the next session.